Hi cereal eaters, and welcome to another edition of What's in the Box. So what have we got this time? Well, calling all superheroes, because in 1989 Kellogg's Rice Krispies issued these superhero action models. Let's take a look. Now sometimes cereal companies produce an offer that actually is really iconic, and this is one of them. The Snap Crackle and Pop action models of these superheroes is just such a brilliant offer, and one that a lot of people sort of fondly remember. On the front of the packet you've got obviously those three action heroes advertising this models at the bottom there. On the side you've got details about how to make this super bake crisp mallow fingers, and then on the back you've got images of all of the 8 models to collect, and all that shows obviously the different colours as well, and that you've got blue, yellow, red and green. And then more importantly you've got this cutout scene. In this case it's Metropolis, I think is the name of it, to actually display your models against. So that was one of the packets. I've got another one here where you'll see you can actually build this big sort of articulated lorry, and that ties in with the advert that was around at the time as well, featuring these superheroes. It's worth just mentioning on the side of the packet you've got a slightly different recipe. In this case you've got super bake, one of a series of 4 crisp fruit snow. Not sure what the other 2 were, by the way. And the final packet back that you could get actually featured the superheroes in their car. And when you open them up, this is what they're like. This is the full set of 8 in red mint in their original bags. I also managed to get it in blue, green and yellow as well, but then you wouldn't expect anything less. And not only did I get the mint, I've also got the full set of all 32 loose as well. So let's go through them. So we'll start off with Snap with his arms stretched out, and these are really quite nice little models. I'm sure if you sort of primed them up and painted them, they could actually be quite effective. I've seen a few efforts by people to do this, and they look quite reasonable. So I'm sure it would look good on display anyway. You've also got him here holding his sides in a bit of a classic Superman pose. And then you've obviously got him running off to his whatever the call is that he's had. Then we turn to Crackle. What's really interesting about this, again you've got Crackle running here, but Crackle only appeared in 2 of the models. So I don't know why he was shortchanged. You know, the fact is they only did 8. You'd have thought they'd have actually done 9, so that there were 3 of each, but hey, they didn't. And then finally we have Pop. Here, this is him looking the other way around. So they've used fairly similar poses for some of these figures. Again, here we've got Pop again looking a bit like Superman, but he is subtly different from obviously the Snap version. And here you've got him, don't know what he's doing here, he's stamping on something. Now I said earlier that you could display these against the packet scene, so here's one that I've done. So this is the Metropolis that you can see up there, and a bit of a weird design actually on this, because they've sort of created it with these side struts, and you can see them on the back there of the packet, but they've printed them both the same. So actually when you stick them to the packet you get the image on one side, but the other you don't. So of course it's going to look a bit rubbish if you look at it from one way, but anyway, that's this is the Metropolis City. You've got to do a slight fold along the bottom there, as you can see, and then you can display your action heroes against them. So we'll have Snap, Pop and Crackle. There we go. Yeah, it's quite good actually having the display. I'll move that out of the way so you can see it a bit better. Now the other one I also made was this, which is the Lorry, and it's fair to say this was a right fiddle actually gluing all the various bits to piece together and making sure that actually it's stuck, but finally got it to work. So again, you can have that in the scene as well. Maybe have the characters in totally disproportionate size to the actual cutout. So I'll just clear those away. Now before I move on, I just wanted to show this as well. So this is the standard crackle that I've just shown you earlier, where you'll see it's got a fairly small base, and you may, it's really difficult to read actually, underneath it does actually say Kellogg's supplied 1989. So hopefully you can just about read that. So that's the small one. There was a mould variation, which is this one, and you'll see he's got an absolutely massive base. And I think what must have happened is they must have just done another run of these, because this says 1990 Kellogg's on the bottom. You can just see it there, and you'll see they are really different in terms of their size. The actual figures are the same, but the base is enormous. Obviously gives it a lot more structure and stability, but these are really scarce. This is the only version I've ever seen of this one, whereas these 89 versions are quite common. And not only did that happen with Crackle, it also happened with Pop. So here's Pop on his fairly small base. Again, that says 89 on the bottom. And then in this particular version, they've given him a step, because that's clearly what he's doing. He's not stamping on, unless he's stamping on a bug maybe he's seen a cockroach on the step, and he's going to save that damsel. And this one again does say Kellogg's 1990 along the bottom. See, so really rare, these variations. It was quite nice to see them like that. Really, it was something a bit different. So love this set. I think it, as mentioned earlier at the beginning, very iconic. Sadly, I haven't seen the original TV advert for the actual premiums, but this did sort of align with a lot of the adverts that they had with the superheroes in various different sort of adventures. So I'll feature those at the end, and hope you enjoy them.
Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, another Rice Krispies crisis for Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Thank you, whoever you are!
As long as there are breakfasts, there'll be Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Somewhere up top, downtown, another Rice Krispies crisis for Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Thank you, whoever you are!
As long as there's Rice Krispies, there'll be Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Somewhere in the sprawling Metropolis, another job for
Snap, Crackle, and Pop! Oh! Your Kellogg's Rice Krispies, ma'am.
Thank you, whoever you are.
As long as there are breakfasts, there'll be Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
If you like this and other cereal items, then please subscribe to this channel, like and share it, or visit my website cerealoffers.com. Click on Kellogg's and then Rice Krispies.